Okay, let's start with how to work on the Zoom system. If you registered for Zoom with a non-uni email, you're on a free account with a 40-minute session limit. Logging in with your uni email gives you an institutional account, allowing sessions up to 10 hours. To add Zoom to Blackboard, if it's your first time, there's an important step. But if you logged in with the university email, this is an institutional account, and the duration depends on the session. You did a 3-hour session, okay? You did a session. 2 hours is fine. If you set up a session for 10 hours, there's no problem because it's a paid account. So how do I start adding Zoom to Blackboard and work on it? Let's begin in the name of God. The first thing is, when you enter Blackboard, there's a very important step you need to take if it's your first time using Zoom. If you've used it before, then you don't need to worry about this step. But if it's your first time using Zoom, we need to take this step. What is this step? I go next to my name up there and click on that arrow. Then I click on settings. So I go next to my name and click on settings, or al-irdadat in Arabic. And then I go to personal information. Personal information, which is the personal information. If people log in with the English interface, you'll find personal information here. You click on it. Then you will click on edit, personal information. Edit, you will see edit personal information written there. You click on it. You'll come to a very important screen here. This is the screen where you enter your name, okay? And you put in your email address. Pay attention to this screen. If the email address here is different from your university email, meaning if your email here is not your university email, then so you will never be accessing the Zoom platform through the university at all. So your subscription will be free, which is what I have for you. As soon as you log in with your university email, you switch to a different account. This is what we're talking about. You have to make sure here that you can change your email, of course. You can change it, remove it. You can remove it, edit it, and write whatever you want. Your university email is .edu.sa. Here. I would also like to remind you that my name always appears as Osama when you open the Grade Center, and the students' names are Osama, a dual name. And there's a problem you might face when entering the grades. There are some students who are called first and last, for example. For example, there's Muhammad Al-Ajlan, and another one is also named Muhammad Al-Ajlan. Or for example, one is named Ronald Matiri, and the other is also named Ronald Matiri. This subject of monitoring grades is difficult. So tell the students this step as well. Tell them to go to personal information, just like we did, edit personal information, and put their full name. I put here Sami Abdul Wahab Mahmoud Safan. Put the mother's name at the end and the father's name in the middle. Write your full name starting from the first name, and make sure they write their most frequently used email address, because there will be messages exchanged between you. As for me, here's the condition. To access Zoom, the university email must be correct here, and then I need to click on send. And let them write their most frequently used email address, because there will be messages exchanged between you. As for me, there's a condition to access Zoom. The university email must be correct here, and then I need to click on send. This is the first step. Is that clear? Press one quickly, come on. Is that clear to everyone? Clear? All right. May God bless you. All right, let's move on to the next step. I choose the repeated topic that I will cover in my sessions, or any repeated topic. Suppose I came across a duplicate, like a duplicate of computer applications in accounting. This is a duplicate I am studying and have requested level 4, human resources. And for this course, I don't have the calibrate button, which is for the basic sessions. I would like to create another button for Zoom, okay? So I will tell the students that we will go directly into Zoom. How do I create the button? I click on the plus sign at the top. Of course, the plus sign is available to me as the instructor, but it's not available to the student. I click on the plus sign that is available at the top, or the plus, and click on the link tool or link tools here. So I press the plus sign. Now, someone might say, Dr. Sammy, I don't have a plus sign. You don't have a plus sign because your activate button is off. If you turn on that button, you will see the plus sign. This means you're saying, I don't allow anyone to access my page. So you won't see the plus sign here. You need to turn on the activate button, and this green dot indicates that. Then you will see the plus sign right here, exactly the plus sign. Click on Link Tools or Link Tool and start naming the lectures via Zoom. So you're saying, I don't let anyone pass through my page, so you won't see the plus sign here. You need to turn on the activate button, and this green dot indicates that. Then you will see the plus sign right here, exactly the plus sign. Click on Link Tools and start naming the lectures via Zoom. 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 Through Zoom, or you can choose it in English. It's up to you, whatever you like. I call this button the Zoom button. I might add some extra touches to make it look nice, like Zoom. All right. And then I heard the button, so now the tool is ready, Dr. Sammy. Here's an arrow that shows you the tools. Of course, we have many tools in the Blackboard as well, but the system administrator at our university has set up the essential tools. So I come to look for the tool called Zoom. Here it is, the Zoom meeting tool that we want. Just so you know, there's another tool called Calibrate, but I'm done with that. I want Zoom. So I'll click on Zoom like this. So you've named the button here. Lectures via Zoom. This will be shown to the student, and you also link this button to the tool. You link the button to the tool, and I say to the users, if you don't set that up correctly, this button will be available to you as a teacher, but the students can't see it. But when I set it up correctly, show this button to the students, you see it as a teacher, and the students will see it too. And I click on Send. All right, the button is named Lectures via Zoom. In this case, I'm going to drag this button and place it above the other button for the virtual classrooms. So I have two buttons here, one for Calibrate and the other for Zoom. If you want to change its name, that's fine. Just drag it like this and click on Rename, and you can rename it to Zoom in English. There are the two buttons right here, a button for Calibrate and a button for Zoom. If you want to change its name, that's fine. Just drag it like this and click on Rename, and you can rename it to Zoom in English. There are the two buttons right here. I'm going to write Zoom like this. Okay, and I click on the check mark here. So I've changed the name like this. So I have Lectures via Zoom, just like the Calibrate, and I have Zoom. Is that clear, everyone? Just one light is clear. I love to give the skill and make sure it has reached you or not. And of course, the lecture is recorded, so don't worry at all. If you miss any part, you'll be able to go back to it at any other time, so don't worry about any issues. Okay, so I've done the same thing this time here. And you, Dr. Sammy, told us at the beginning of the meeting, you told us that if there are storms and the Blackboard isn't working, or if there's any issue with the Blackboard platform, the student can directly enter from Zoom. I can tell you how to access it from outside using this app or through Blackboard. So it's not necessary for the student to enter on Zoom from here. No, they can enter from outside, and this knowledge, okay, all right. So I've created a button. So the first step, I made sure that everything in my setup is correct. The second step, I created a button. The third step now is that I'm going to click on the Zoom button. Pay attention with me. Pay attention with me like this. What does it say here? It says failed to start the operation. The tool provider has been disabled before the Zoom system administrator. I don't know what. Click OK like that. One moment. One moment. Bear with me.